assignment. Now, remembering using our strategies, the first thing we're going to do is preview the text. So when I preview the text, I'm going to notice that the title of the text is Table Tennis. Oops, sorry, let me fix that for you. The title is Table Tennis, and there is a picture right here. Kind of looks like a ping pong table. Those of you who know what ping pong is. Now I'm previewing it. I saw this. The second strategy is back and see lines 8 and 9. There we go. The plane surface must be dark. There we go. That's the rule. We have done our first two strategies. Our third strategy is to read the complete text. So I will read it and you will follow along. Just make that a little bit, sorry guys. Let me make it a little bit straighter for you. Table tennis is a game for 2 singles or 4 doubles players. Players use rackets called paddles to hit a small light ball back and forth across a table divided by a low net. The object of the game is to win points by making shots opponents are unable to return. The table is 2.74 meters long, 1.52 meters wide, and it must lie horizontal to the floor 76 centimeters above it. The table, generally made of wood, is divided at the midpoint of its length by a net. But any material will do as long as the ball dropped from 30 centimeters gives a bounce of about 23 centimeters. The playing surface must be dark colored with 2 centimeter white marking lines around its perimeter. For doubles, the playing surface needs a 3 millimeter line dividing its length into halves. The net is a strip of mesh, 1.83 meters long and 5.25 centimeters high. It is suspended across the center of a table by a cord fastened to the posts at either side of the table. The playing area. The playing area is required to be a minimum of 5.5 meters from either end and 2.75 meters from either side. The minimum height is 3.5 meters. These measurements are defined only for international play. The racket may have any size, shape, or mass for its handle. However, its blade must be a uniform dark. It has to be covered with a plain, pimpled rubber net It has to be covered with a plain, pimpled rubber not exceeding 2.5 millimeters in thickness. The surface not used for hitting is exempted from this covering rule. The ball must be white or orange, have a diameter of 40 millimeters, and weigh 2.7 grams. It is made of a celluloid or a similar plastic. Game and match. The player or pair that scores 21 points first wins unless both have scored 20. In the latter case, the winner is the first to score 2 more points than the opposition. A match consists of the best of 3 games or the best of 5 games. Okay, now that we have read it, we are going to stop and jot. So we know that this is a nonfiction piece, and the main idea is a description of table tennis. Now that we have made, so let's go back and find some text evidence. It says, we're going to start at line 7. The racket may have any size, shape, or mass for its handle. However, its blade must be a uniform dark color. Blade. Line 18. So then the playing area is 5.5 meters and 2.7. 5 we saw and 2. Go back and answer that question. Hello class, this is our table tennis. Get the questions. Now the first question is, what is the proper noun for the part of the racket with which the players hit the ball? So, proper noun, part of racket with which players hit the ball. Question number 2, what is a reasonable estimate of the area of an official table? Question 3, why do the rules state that the table surface must be dark colored? Rules, lines 8 and 9. Our next question 4 is, in an official game of table tennis, can a game end with a score of 25 to 24? Explain. Question 5, who might be the audience for this type of writing? And question 6, review the information the guide provides. What rules for playing a game of table tennis are not stated? So now, stop and jot notation. We are going to start looking at our questions. Question number 1 is, what is the proper name for the part of the racket with which the player hits the ball? And we're looking for, what is the proper name for the part of the racket with which the player hits the ball? And the only one we found was blade. Now you're going to go back and fill this in for where we found the text evidence on this page, right? Now, number 2, what is a reasonable estimate of an area of an official table? So 5.7, which 5.5 and 2.7. 2.7 can round up to 3, and 5 can round up to 6. And area, remember area is length times width, and 6 times 3, I know we're doing math, this is great, is 18. So greater than that, I gave you the answer. Now text evidence for number 2, so you do this. Now that I've helped you with 1 and 2, I want you to do 3 through 6 on your own. Thank you.